That's why.
It's kind of like jam a little bit.
Okay. I'll make a little noise.
Yeah, you can start. Yeah, you guys are live.
Oh, we're live.
Oh, we're
Hello.
Hey, should
We thought that was a sound check.
Also,
Yeah, let's
Should we
get
hit
those
these?
guys going.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get.
All right. Buttons. Let's go. Buttons.
we are live.
We're live. Hey, friends.
You can't spell live without live.
And we're living.
We are living.
Oh, we're living.
Living for the
We're
moment.
living.
Living for the moment.
We're living for the moment.
Yeah. That's because live and live are spelled exactly the same.
Hi, you guys. So we are together in person in
Mhm.
Los Angeles, and we have been having a lot of fun and also working really hard on a bunch of educational projects and new material. And so today we're like, hey, let's say hi to the people.
Yes.
Hello.
Yesterday, we recorded our first ever Saxercise, which is a combination of jazzercise and sax.
Yes.
I'm really, really excited for it.
Coming to your practice routines soon. It's a
Yeah.
guided practice video, and honestly, I am so stoked for it because I was practicing along, and I'm like, ooh, I want to integrate this in my regular routine.
Yeah, I've always struggled with practicing specifically boredom, to be honest. I found a lot of things that my teachers gave me when I was growing up were boring, and sometimes even the things that I love playing, I would never get to because I'd have to get through all these different exercises.
Yeah.
And I found that like whenever I would just jam to records or some type of backing track or like Jamie Aebersold,
I love
like,
Jamie
I would
Aebersold.
play that over and over and over again. So, I just want to kind of give the same thing to students that Jamie Aebersold gave to me, but in a different style of music.
Jamie Aebersold came to one of my gigs once, and I asked him to sit in and count off the song. 1, 2, 1, 2. Speaking of jamming,
Amazing.
should we
Yeah.
play a little something? Do you guys
Yeah.
want to hear something? What's going on? Where is everybody tuned in from? Oh, got some people on the YouTube, on the gram. All right, well, tell us in the comments where you're tuned in from, or we'll do a little.
What should we jam on?
Maybe on that song we're
Okay.
working on. We're working on a little riff.
All right. And.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
That was cool.
It's fun.
We don't plan those.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Thank you guys for the tips.
Yeah.
That's very appreciated.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, YouTube fam. So listen, you guys, if you haven't heard, we are doing some teaching tomorrow. We're actually bringing back this full day of online learning and calling it the Too Saxy Workshop Day. We haven't held a workshop together in a whole year.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't held a public workshop together in a whole year. So if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, definitely check it out. Link in bio and our Instagram. We'll briefly just give you the rundown of what we're going to be teaching tomorrow because these topics I think are super cool, getting me jazzed up, and hopefully will speak to you as well. So we're kicking off the day tomorrow with a jumpstarting your career through performance topic. And we are talking about how you can get out there as a performing artist and start to really build your name and build your fan base through social media, through networking.
Busking, live performing. There's so many different places and ways to perform now, even through social media, through what we're doing right now. We just did a little performance on social media. And just the importance of just getting yourself out there and really trying. It might seem really frustrating at first, and it almost always does seem really frustrating at first. But by just creating more connections and being both a good musician and a good person and keeping a positive attitude, It's something that's very accomplishable.
Yeah, and we're really going to be teaching you specific ways that you can reach out to other people through networking. What are the things that are good to say? What are the things that will help you potentially create that next collaboration or get that next, connection with other people in your musical community? There definitely are, ways that are more effective, I think, to create genuine connections with other people and to reach out. And those are not things that I was taught in music school. They're things that we've learned over our 10 plus personal careers, and we want to share some of those tips and tricks with you guys. So that's the first session of the day.
Mm-hmm.
This is a full day of learning. The next session,
I'm going to be talking about articulation speed and also how you can play a lot of 16th notes and break them up and be able to not get tongue-tied. So, okay, tongue-tied is basically whenever your fingers are moving faster or slower than your tongue. Everything's up here, and when it comes out, sometimes the connection between your tongue and your fingers are not right in the pocket. So if you're playing a row of 16th notes, you're going to have a limit to how much you can just play straight 16th notes articulating. So I like to create these anchor tones. They're longer notes, usually an eighth note or dotted eighth note that can break up the 16th notes. And every time you play a longer note in a row of 16th notes, you're actually going to be able to rest your tongue briefly. It's sort of like a video game with like a stamina meter. And every time you play a longer note, you're going to have a little bit of rest. So, for example, this is going to be a little bit easier of a rhythm than just straight 16 notes. Those long notes are acting as an anchor note. So what you can do is you can make it even more interesting by changing the rhythm like this. Now, I just needed to breathe, but I could honestly play that over and over and over again. What makes me able to is because the anchor notes are even closer together than the original passage. That rhythm's kind of interesting. There's some rhythmic displacement going on there. I'm kind of playing off of the beat. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that tomorrow.
Yes. So remember, if you haven't gotten your tickets for this and this is sounding interesting to you, make sure to join us via the link in our Instagram bios. You can grab your tickets now. If you can't make the session live, don't worry. We have a video replay that we'll send you. We have a PDF workbook. We're putting together a private playlist that you can use for inspiration, so you can refer back anytime. And if you're international and can't be there with us in person, you can still absolutely learn from the replay video. And if anything, it's nice to actually be able to pause, rewind, fast forward, go at your own speed. I'm going to be following Leo's session with a class all about bebop vocabulary and transposition technique. So one thing that has really helped me in my improvisation journey is being able to transpose phrases, It seems very mathematical almost, but I would never tell you to improvise like that. But as a technique, there are some things that you can really be hitting every day in the transposition area that will then help you when you improvise. So we're not only going to go over those exercises, but we're also going to talk about how can we actually integrate it into our improvisation so that these bebop lines are starting to feel more fluid. We'll be doing some listening of some of my favorite bebop songs as well, and looking at some of those great melodies and analyzing them together. Super stoked for it.
And I just want to say, as someone that doesn't really play bebop too often, I played some bebop tunes, have a good time playing Scrabble to the Apple.
That's a great song.
A few tunes like that, especially when I was in college. But it's not really my passion, in music. As someone that doesn't necessarily play bebop all the time, I want to say it's still incredibly helpful and useful to improvisation as a whole. Mm-hmm. It's really just a study of harmony. So even if you aren't interested in bebop music itself, you can really use bebop to integrate into your improvisations in any style. I mean, I've heard Roger Rosenberg or Chris Potter play with Steely Dan, and they're still even though they're playing a rock solo, they're still integrating that bebop, or Maceo Parker throwing in some bebop lines, or smooth jazz players like Gerald Albright, throwing in bebop lines. Even if you have a separate passion from bebop can really help you. So I think that's really vital to becoming a better improviser.
Super well said, 100%. And then we always end our workshop days with a lot of fun, aka jamming out. So we hold a virtual jam session because we want to get you playing. These workshops are not ones that you just sit online and watch. We want your axes out. We're going to have you playing on it. We'll do some Q&A at the end. So it's going to go from 1 p.m. ET to 6 p.m. ET. Again, all the info is in our Instagram. Make sure to grab your tickets. It's happening tomorrow. And just because we're online with you guys right now, we're going to give away a couple of tickets. So let's see some hearts if you want to join us for workshop day. Let's see if we should even give them away if anyone's interested. Oh, okay. We see some hearts. So let's give a couple tickets away to tomorrow's workshop day.
All right.
You're going to need to answer a question. And probably the first person to answer the question correctly will be the ticket winner. So get ready.
I'm ready.
Alrighty, get ready on your keypad, people. Okay, so what's the question?
Question is,
What's the question?
what number am I thinking of from 1 to 10?
Go! We're watching the comments. What number is Leo currently thinking of from 1 to 10? Okay, we have 14. That is not 1 through 10. We have an 8, 7, 6, 1, 12, 17, 7, 4. Is anyone getting it yet?
No.
7, 4, 7, 5,
sevens.
5, 9, 13, 7, 4, 1, 5,
2. You got it.
Oh, okay.
Down
so
to Earth.
one ticket is going to Down to Earth.
All right.
All right.
So it's 2 for 2 Saxy. That was the thought I had.
I was about to call out S.
Yeah.
So Down to Earth, if you DM us on our Instagram, just at WeAreTSaxy, and you want to retrieve your free ticket, then we will set you up for workshop day. Let's give away one more ticket.
Okay.
Let's give away one more.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay, I am thinking of. I need you to guess the fruit that I am thinking of, but give me a moment first to think of it. Okay. I got it.
Okay.
I got it. Come on. Let's go, people.
Okay, it's a little more tricky.
Last ticket. We're giving away.
A few more options than 1 through 10.
I am thinking of a fruit. Ready? Go. What fruit am I thinking of? Pomegranate, plum, peach, banana, grapefruit. You want to read some of those?
Yeah, I got to read these. Blueberry, avocado, apple,
grape,
durian.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Eggplant. I don't know if eggplant is
kiwi.
fruit. Kiwi!
Oh, it's George Woolley.
George!
What's poppin', Woolley?
What's
How
up,
you doing?
George got it. I was thinking of kiwi. All right, George. So message us on Two Saxy's page, and you're gonna get a free ticket. Looking forward to seeing you.
Wow.
Oh, that was fun.
That was good. Okay, kiwi.
that was it. But
it wasn't a durian.
Durian? Is that a fruit?
I have no idea.
It's really smelly. Have you ever had durian?
I don't even know what that is.
So, and also, you guys, if you have any questions about Workshop Day, feel free to send us a DM on Instagram, and we will hit you back today. I'm going to just type in the link to YouTube. So this is going to look like but we're still on.
Hey.
What else do you guys want to know?
Oh.
We've done a lot.
This is lit.
We have done a lot of collections of workshops. Okay, YouTube fam, you're gonna get the link here.
Thanks everybody.
Thank you. Oh, and by the way, we got a couple more tips from some really
what a
sweet
great audience.
people.
Virtual busking.
Okay, let's keep going. What do you
Okay.
mean with? Okay, do you want us to jam?
Yeah, let's
Okay, let's jam.
Do you have a preference of key?
Oh, and those of you who are asking on Instagram for the workshop link, it's in our bios. A key?
Yeah.
Give us a key.
Key,
Please give us a key.
and not a kiwi.
A kiwi. We are like trying to think of a song that we want to record. We're trying to create a song for Sunday. So
Can you
maybe-
join without playing sax? Yes. You'll get a replay, so you'll be able to work through some of the exercises and lessons later. But also just being there, I think, is going to be helpful too, because we're going to be talking about a lot of different stuff. Someone said D major. Okay, D major.
D major. Okay.
Concert. Let's do concert.
Yeah.
D major. So our B
Ooh,
major.
That's nice to mix it up.
it's like therapeutic.
I really liked that.
That was nice.
There was one point, we completely made that up right now, by the way, thanks to your inspiration. There was one point where you had the ascending bass line in one of the moments, and I was like,
Was that one?
No, there was there was just one.
Oh,
Something like
yeah.
that. Yeah. Like, when you played that, it was like so perfect in my brain because I feel like I had this melody, and then you played it, and I was like, oh yeah.
That note of that, it's like the flat. It's like flat 6.
Yeah. That walk up felt so.
Yeah, and that was like the only note that I played out of the key, so I was kind of like, oh, it's gonna be a little too much or whatever.
Ooh.
Right?
We should keep that one. I don't know what should we call it. That was really lovely.
I don't know why, but this title's coming into my head. Growing Old Together.
Oh.
I know it's kind of a little intense, but that's the first thing that came to mind. Like I was getting kind of like a montage vibe of like a couple, just like it's like doing the same thing for years
reading
and years.
The newspapers, crossword puzzles.
Yeah, like just little quirky things that brushing like your partner's like hair behind their ear, something little like that, like, and just like doing that throughout like the years, something like that.
That's sweet.
That's what I like. Maybe like I don't know, like a couple just all the years, like they go to the same beach house like every summer, and so it's just like every summer there's this beach house. Something I don't know. That's what I was getting out of it.
Oh, now that you say that, I feel like I see this beautiful music video in my head of these different couples doing sweet things as they get older.
Yeah.
Oh, that was very nice.
That was nice.
Yeah. By the way, to our I know we're on Instagram, we're on YouTube. Thank you to our YouTube family. We just hit 25,000 subs onto Saxy's channel, and super awesome. Thank you. We hit the streets the other day to do another long form walking video.
Very excited about that one.
Yeah, and then on our way back, we met some really cool people and did a collab of playing sax with these 2 really talented dancers who are killing it on TikTok.
Absolutely killing it.
Yeah, so you never know when those moments happen.
Yep.
Totally. And our teammate Mariah has been holding the phone for all this time. Hi Mariah, on Two Saxy's channel. What else can we tell them? What else can we tell you? What do you want to know? Anything?
There's a question on Instagram.
Okay.
The Leo P fan page said, I'm getting a soprano sax on Sunday. Any tips on what reed strength or anything like that?
Oh.
I don't really play soprano, but do you use the same reeds on, like the same strength reeds on soprano as you do on alto?
I do. I use a size 2.5, but I suggest for any beginner starting out, I started on a size 2 reed, and your mouth is going to get tired quickly just when you're building up all the embouchure muscles. So I would say even a size 2. And remember that reeds do run different strengths depending on the brand that you use. I'm playing a Boston Sax Shop reed right now, and playing a 2.5. But yeah,
there's always going to be a little bit of guess and check, depending on what mouthpiece or ligature or horn you have. So the best thing to do is make an educated guess based on the other saxophones you play. Get that type of reed, try it out, try at least 4 or 5 reeds to get kind of an average of how it feels.
Yeah,
sometimes even within a strength, it can be really hard or really soft.
Right.
And then once you've kind of developed an educated opinion of like what the reed strength is for you, maybe try softer if it feels too hard, or harder if it feels too soft. It's going to be a little bit different for everybody. Even things like altitude to check that, affect that. So it's it can be a little bit tricky. Everything's going to be a little bit different. So there's always going to be a little bit of a guess and check, method.
And not every reed out of the box play as well. So that's good to find the average of, try a few, see what feels good. Nice. Do you have any other questions? We're getting a lot of hellos.
Hello from the other side.
And one from Sarah.
Sarah!
She said, asking for a good friend of mine, For someone who never played any music and doesn't know any music theory, what would you recommend they start learning if they want to play an instrument?
For someone who has no music theory training and wants to play music? Great question.
I feel like piano or keyboard is a nice place to start, especially if you're a visual learner. You can just see everything. That always really helped me when I first started playing changes, especially and trying to improvise. Just like starting to play a little bit of piano and just seeing all the notes in front of you. That can be really helpful. But also, it's important to go listen to different music and see what really speaks to you. Piano is a nice it's a nice place to start, but
Yeah.
I definitely think that you can draw from your own, whatever draws you in. You can try to start that.
Yeah, I did like starting on piano for exactly that reason of being able to see the notes. And so every time I think about a theory thing, I still see the piano in my head, not the saxophone. So yeah, that's great though. Hi, Sarah. Yeah. So lessons versus learning from the internet? Question mark. So I think that one thing that always I feel very fortunate to have had the experience of, and that really helped me when I was first learning saxophone, is that I was studying with sometimes like 4 teachers at a time. This is before there were really people teaching online. So I was studying in person, and to get different perspectives from different teachers and different exercises, and to sometimes even ask the same question to all my teachers was really cool because it gave me so much perspective. I have since been able to take lessons online with people that I love and admire and have regular coaches. And I think it's a great thing to be able to utilize the internet. YouTube Academy has tons of stuff, but it's also great to have guidance as well, because sometimes it can get really overwhelming to just watch like YouTube video and after YouTube video, and you still end up not knowing what to practice. So when we curate our teaching things, we're really thinking about what are the things that we think you should hit in your practice routines. And we love getting to know our students because everyone's at a different place, different level, and there can't possibly be just one video that tells you the perfect thing for you to do.
Yeah, learning off of YouTube, like just tutorials and stuff, it kind of reminds me of like getting an automated message from like an airline or something. They're like, for all inquiries with tickets, press 1. And so it's like, press 1 is like, if your ticket is in Los Angeles or New York, press 2. And you get like a lot of options, and it sometimes, depending on what your issue is or what you're trying to learn, you can find the right thing. But when you don't actually have that person to have that conversation with, sometimes your issues, your problems, or your setbacks as a musician can be more complicated than just finding the perfect right video. Sometimes you need that hands-on instruction. So I think they're both useful, but there's certain things you can't get from YouTube, and that specifically is that back and forth of what am I doing wrong? Like you don't have that immediate adjudication.
Yeah, totally. But it is very cool to live in a world where all these resources are available. And
yeah.
I think there's no such thing as cheating. Sometimes people ask, is it cheating if I use, certain tools? It's like, you got the tools, we got whether it's GarageBand or YouTube or, being able to slow things down or speed it up. It's like I would embrace being able to use whatever you can use or study with whoever you can study with. All right, before we sign off, I feel like we should, let's give away one more ticket to our workshop day.
Okay.
We're one more lucky person's gonna get a free ticket to our online day of learning tomorrow. Remember, ticket link is in our bio on Instagram, on YouTube. Here's the ticket link for you guys. We got a full day of learning for you. You will get the replay video and the PDFs and the playlist if you can't tune in live. So, all right, you do our last question.
Okay.
Get ready.
What type of dog am I thinking of?
Oh my. All right, ready? Go. Free ticket. Let's go. What type of dog is Leah thinking of?
It's a little
dog? We're getting the rock on signs. Oh. Oh, shoot. I can't read some of these in other languages.
Labrador Retriever. No, that's not it.
Shepherd, poodle,
Okay. Husky. Siberian Husky. German Shepherd.
corgi, pug,
Yorkshire. Oh.
You say Wiener?
Yeah.
Is it that Dachshund? Yeah.
Yes.
That's.
Oh!
That was Jared Cummings 62.
Jared! All right, so send us a DM on our Instagram, TooSaxy, and we'll hook you up. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Snoop. George Willie says Snoop.
Maybe we'll just play you out with a really short thing. And for those of you who are going to grab a ticket for tomorrow, don't snooze on it. Today is the last day, and we will see you tomorrow. And remember, we're dropping a lot of content this week on our TooSaxy stories, so you can come behind the scenes with us. We still got a few more days together, so yeah. All right.
Yay, peace out, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Woo. Nice, 132.